7 years of nonviolent communication, what have I learned? Nonviolent communication gives me clarity in conflict. Instead of avoiding difficult conversations and becoming defensive or avoidant, nonviolent communication has given me a clear system, a clear structure to understand what's really going on beneath the surface. Now it's possible for me to turn conflict into intimacy. Instead of running away from conflict, now I see it as a possibility to make the connection even deeper. NVC has given me emotional freedom. As a man, I learned at very early age that showing emotion is not okay, it's not safe. I learned to suppress my sadness, my anger, basically my whole emotional life. Finally, at the tender age of 37, with help of nonviolent communication and supportive group processes, I started to learn how to feel my feelings again. I learned how to recognize, validate, and express my feelings. This helped me slowly become much more alive again. Understanding needs connects me with compassion and liberation. At the core of nonviolent communication is the understanding that everything people do, every act, is an attempt to fulfill a valid need. And these needs are universal. We all have basically the same needs, not necessarily at the same time. And we definitely are not using the same strategies to fulfill them, but we all have the same basic needs, and we all have our own ways to try to get them fulfilled. Understanding this was really a game changer for me. Suddenly it all made sense. Suddenly I could see that all everybody was trying to do is to get their needs met. Deep underneath there was always a valid reason for what anybody was doing, even if it looked irrational on the outside or seemed to be doing more harm than benefit, but still there was a valid need underneath. My relationships are deeper and much more fulfilling. Whether it's with a partner, a friend, or a colleague, or like complete strangers, NVC has helped me build trust and connection and understanding. It's an ongoing deepening practice, and it really, if you just keep at it, creates this positive spiral of deepening connection and understanding and well-being. To me personally, it's been especially amazing to have a nonviolent communication at the core of love relationship. Growing together is just really so fantastic when you have NVC at the core. Instead of all the power games or blaming and shaming and fear, there's empathy and willingness to understand and radical owning of your emotions and radical responsibility not to blame, not to go into victim mode, but really focus on creating understanding and connection. And if you have somebody with whom you can just practice this and go deeper, it's quite mind-blowing. Nonviolent communication makes authenticity way less dangerous, and that's a bliss elixir for any love relationship. NVC has given me something useful I can practice all day, every day. Even if I'm alone, I can use nonviolent communication to feel better if there's something difficult going on in myself. Like if there's a difficult emotion, I can just be there and stop and validate what's going on and explore and be curious about it. Like, what's going on? What is this emotion about? And what is the longing behind the emotion? What is the need that is not fulfilled at the moment? And I can bring myself into understanding and compassion and empathy towards myself, and that brings peace. Understanding how this being human works has really given me deep compassion for other people, and in the end also to myself. And after maybe like a year of practicing deeply, suddenly it just dawned on me that, wow, I'm also like inside, I'm innocent. I'm just trying to fulfill my longings, my needs, like everybody else. Once you see your innocence, you automatically develop self-love. It's something you can't force. You can just decide to love yourself. But when you see your innocence, love happens automatically. And when you see the innocence of other people, love happens automatically for them as well. And as a man, I have really had to rewire my brain not to go for the solution-oriented thinking, especially in love relationship. Like, this is feedback I often hear from women, that men are so solution-oriented. So NVC gives you a new way of dealing with things. Instead of focusing on the solution, you focus on understanding and creating connection. And often it happens that the solutions will follow. Like, if you try to create a solution directly, it doesn't work. But if you just focus on creating connection and understanding, then you have a way better chance of also finding solutions, kind of as a byproduct of the process. You just have to trust the process. Practicing and deepening nonviolent communication skills never ends. And that's also very satisfying. Like, every year I can find new, deeper levels of connecting and understanding and communicating. And that's really awesome. It's like a path you walk, and just keep walking and you will get better. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and follow and stuff, and hope to see you later.